Kubota, take care of this too. Yes, sir. My name's Kuruto Kubota, and I'm the perfect example of what people call a corporate slave. Even though it's been 3 years since I graduated university and entered this company, there's barely been any days when I've gone home on time. Nowadays, catching the last train home is all I can ask. I'm giving it my all. But maybe there's no meaning in working so hard. Because this is a company mired in outdated traditions, success is entirely dependent on seniority. I mean, if I continue doing my best, I'll reap the rewards one day. Surely someone will eventually see how much I'm doing for the company. That was what I thought at first, but it turned out to be purely wishful thinking. The next day, this document wasn't assigned to me. Yeah, it's one of mine. Are you complaining? I mean, shouldn't I be? Isn't this strange? No, it's not. Seniority is everything in this company. Get used to it. Also, the client that you've been in charge of for the last 2 years seems to be doing well lately. Yes, they finally trust me enough for me to start pushing some of the bigger deals through. I'll be taking over that client. You can have some of my clients that I'm having trouble with. No way. Even if you're my senior, I can't just let you do that. Huh? Are you sure about that? As your direct superior, if I give you a failing score on your year-end evaluation, you'll never get that promotion. Just be a good boy and do what I tell you to do. I can't believe this! In the end, the precious client that I had built a trustworthy relationship with was forcibly taken away from me. If he gets me to take care of another client with the intention of doing this kind of thing again, I really don't see any point in staying here. I've endured all his unreasonable actions until now, but I'd reached the end of my rope. I sent him my resignation letter that same day. A week later. Hey, you're really quitting? That's right. I'm quitting. Thanks to you, I don't see the point in staying anymore. Is that so? You know, just because you're leaving doesn't mean it'll be all sunshine and rainbows. You're gonna regret it. I'll regret it more if I stay, so it's fine. Well, in saying that, I guess it's not ideal that I don't have another job lined up. I have a final interview scheduled for next week. Hopefully everything will fall into place then. A week later. The company is in the same industry as my previous job, and I made sure to do my research. I got good feedback in the first and second rounds of interviews. If I keep this up, I should be able to pass. Now that I think of it, the CEO here, doesn't she have the same name as my senior from that part-time job I used to have? Well, they're obviously different people, though. That senior had blonde hair with otaku-ish trendy vibes, but the picture of the CEO that I saw on the company website is someone with black hair who looks really capable at her job. But contrary to her appearance, that senior of mine was really good at her job too.
Mr. Kubota, we're ready for you.
All right, thank you.
Our CEO is waiting for you alone, so please, go in.
Noted. Thank you. Even if it's an interview with the CEO, it's pretty rare for them to be doing the interviews alone. Hello.
Hello. Please, have a seat.
It's definitely a different person. Her face kind of looks similar, but she gives off a completely different feel. Yes, ma'am.
Then, let's begin the interview. First, what's your first impression of me?
What's with this question? I've gotten the "what's your impression of this company" question lots of times, but being asked about my impression of the CEO is a first for me. I saw your name and picture on the company website, but in person, I get the impression that you're a far more intelligent and wise person than how you come across in the picture. The question came way out of left field, and I have no idea whether my answer is right or wrong.
I see. So you're saying that I look dumb in that picture?
My apologies. That wasn't at all what I meant. Looks like I'm not gonna get in.
Well, let's leave that aside and move on to the next question. Which do you prefer? Someone older than you or younger?
As I thought, these aren't normal questions. If I had to choose, I would say someone older, but I tend to look at the person themselves over their age, so it doesn't really matter to me.
I see. Next, is there a specific senior you remember from that part-time job you had in high school?
Part-time job? I didn't mention that anywhere in my resume. Could she really be my senior after all? These questions are clearly strange. And if she's really my senior trying to tease me, we might never get to the actual interview if I just keep going along with this. But if I'm mistaken, she'll think I'm a weird person, and I'll really end up failing the interview. For now, I have no choice but to answer honestly. Yes, I wouldn't call him my senior, but I do remember my store manager from the part-time job I had back then. Regardless of whether or not it was a busy period at work, when I asked to take a break because I had a test coming up, he allowed me to do so without a hint of displeasure. And he was a really kind person that always helped me out when I came to him with any questions. Because of that, he left a lasting impression on me as someone I deeply admire, and I always thought I wanted to be like him when I grow up.
Mr. Kojima was indeed a great person.
Mr. Kojima? The fact that she knows his name, there's no question that she's definitely my senior.
I don't suppose you happen to have any recollection of the super gorgeous senior who took care of you all the time?
I get it already, so could you please stop teasing me?
If I have to, I guess, but it's your fault for not noticing earlier. Did you take a good look at the company homepage? You should have noticed it then.
I mean, you give off completely different vibes from back then, so I just thought maybe you were someone else with the exact same name.
And between me in high school and the me now, which one is more of your type?
No comment.
Right, you're disqualified.
Hold on a moment.
We've come to the end of the interview. Do you have anything more to add?
I think you've become more beautiful and charismatic than you were before.
Very well, you passed.
Wait, don't you think this is weird?
There's no problem. I'm the CEO, after all.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Plus, you did pass the first and second rounds of your own, so it's fine. The person who did the second interview is the one who'll be your direct supervisor. If he passed you, it means that he found no problems with your personality and character. The CEO's interview is basically just for you to show your face in front of the person in charge.
I see. Thank you so much.
No problem. But since you're already here and time's not up yet, I have a few more questions.
Huh? But didn't I already pass?
Are you free after this?
Are you asking me this as my ex-senior or as my future CEO?
Answering a question with another question is a recipe for failure.
I did already pass, right? Well, I am free, though.
Then, let's go grab a drink together. I was planning to go anyway, and it's pretty late already.
I see you're as pushy as ever. From there, we moved to a nearby bar and reminisced on the old days while drinking.
We drank quite a lot. It's about time we call it a night.
You're right.
Oh, Karuto. Be careful to let people know about how I was your senior. I'll address you by your family name too.
Of course, Miss Horimine.
Then again, maybe I don't like hearing that from you.
Why?
I mean, it's almost like you're poking fun at me.
You're my CEO, so you're gonna have to get used to it.
I guess I don't have a choice. Well, you could call me what you normally would when it's just the two of us.
No, thank you. I think I'll just call you Miss Horimine so I don't make any mistakes in front of others.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But if I give anything away at the company, it'll be troublesome for the both of us.
You're not wrong, but still.
She's usually so straightforward, but seeing her beat around the bush like this after some alcohol is sort of cute. Fine, I'll drop the title when we're alone.
Okay, as I thought, Kuruto. You totally get me.
Let's just be more careful when I start working. Well, it's not like we'll be alone very often. I'll probably be addressing her as the CEO most of the time anyway. At least, that was what I thought. A month after I started my new job... Oh, I have a text from Horimine.
See you at a regular spot tonight.
I feel like we've been meeting every Friday lately. I mean, I don't hate it. I guess it's fine since I enjoy it too. Thinking that, I headed for the bar we hung out at every week.
Welcome. Oh, Karuto, over here.
You're early as usual.
Yep, Friday is the reason I work so hard during the week after all.
Just how much do you like drinking, Horimine?
I'm not drinking alone, so it's okay.
Oh, right. You drink quite a lot when it's the two of us. So I thought you're used to drinking by yourself, too.
Huh? I only drink when I'm with you, and I invite you out not because I want to drink, but because I want to talk to you.
Huh? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
It was nothing.
Huh? Did I make her angry? After that, we drank together for around an hour, as per usual. Horimine, don't you think you're downing those a little too fast today?
It's your fault for being so dense.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, even when we worked together back then.
Horimine, you're quitting soon to focus on studying for your exams, right?
Yep, I have to take it seriously if I don't want to drop out.
That's true. Good luck in your exams.
Thanks. Say, if I get accepted into university, will you go out with me?
Having that promise from you will really give me the push I need to work hard. Of course I'll go out with you, if you want to.
Huh? Really?
Sure. Studying for the entrance examination seems like it'd be pretty stressful. I totally don't mind joining you for a karaoke session or some shopping once it's over. We can do whatever you want.
Forget it, idiots.
Huh? Why?
I'll just get annoyed again when I think about what happened.
What are you talking about? All I remember is getting teased by you all the time.
It's your fault for not making it so easy.
Huh? Am I that kind of person?
Yep, it's been a long time, but that part of you hasn't changed.
Maybe that's why. Even when I became a working adult, my accomplishments were stolen from me by my company superiors, and I had jobs that weren't mine pushed onto me. I guess I'm just easy to bully for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry. So that was why you switched jobs.
Yeah. I said something else when they asked me about what motivated me to apply for the company. But this is the actual reason.
I see. You really had it rough. I just want to say that I never had any intention of making a fool of you or bullying you. I only tease you because I like you.
Oh, that's good to know. It's easy to get the wrong idea when she suddenly says something like that.
But what your previous supervisor did is unforgivable. I'll help you if you want to get revenge.
This woman says such dangerous things so easily. I mean, I did feel that way before, but the one in charge of my work now is a good person. And it's a bit late to be thinking of revenge anyway.
I see. I'm glad to hear it. And that guy at your previous company, karma will get him, even if we don't.
I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm. And how much you suffered back then is just a reflection of the rewards you'll reap.
Right. Thank you. This part of her hasn't changed either. She's as kind as she was when I was in high school.
Now that you're no longer dealing with all the work-related stress, isn't it about time you find a girlfriend? You didn't have one at your previous company, right?
Well, no. But even if you say that, it's not something that I can just snap my fingers and make happen. Patience is the key here.
Then, how about I be your girlfriend?
Why not? Your glass is empty. What drink will you have next?
Are you even listening to me? I'll go with a highball.
I'm totally listening. Excuse me! 2 highballs, please!
2 highballs coming right up. I'll take these empty glasses then.
Hey, listen to me properly.
I am! She's drank quite a lot. The remaining hour we were there, she kept on telling me how much she liked me. Horimine, we have to go home now. Can you tell the taxi driver your address? This won't do. But I don't know where her place is either. And I don't want to look in her wallet without her permission. I ended up bringing Horimine back to my apartment.
Where is this? Huh? Why am I sleeping on the bed? Could this be?
Oh, Horimine, you're awake. Are you feeling okay? You got pretty drunk last night.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's good.
I made breakfast if you'd like to have some. Thank you. I'll have some.
Okay, come find me in the living room after washing your face then.
He's not acting any differently, but I feel a little uneasy. Thanks for the food!
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, this is delicious!
That's good to hear.
Karuto, I'm sorry for passing out on you last night.
Oh, don't worry about it.
But you were in the wrong too. Why didn't you give me an answer to my confession?
Huh? You mean that wasn't a joke?
You thought I was joking? Who would joke about something like that?
But when you quit the part-time job back then, didn't you do exactly that?
That was me trying to confess as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, you're an idiot. For real.
But I don't get why you would like someone like me. I felt this way back then too, but I mean, right now, you're the CEO, and I'm just a lowly employee. We're not on the same level at all.
That's not what I want anyway. I've always liked you for your kind heart, and the fact that you're so easy to tease.
I see. Then can I give you my honest answer?
Please, I'd like to hear it.
I've had a crush on you ever since I was a high school student. I like your confidence, straightforward manner, and how you always manage to bring the people around you together. That didn't change when I found out you were my boss. On the contrary, I like you more than I ever did before. Will you go out with me?
You should have said all this when I confessed to all that years ago.
Sorry about that.
But I'll forgive you because you finally gave me a proper answer this time. Let's become even closer from now on, Karuto.
I promise I won't take this for granted. Rion, we weren't able to make it work back then, but I'm sure that with both our efforts, everything will go well this time. Later. Huh? Isn't this company the client I had before?
Oh, so this is the client that you had taken from you at your previous company? Apparently the person responsible was completely incapable of handling them, and so they had no choice but to come to us instead. You should be used to the way we work by now. Why not try taking them on? They'd probably be happy about it too.
Of course, if you're okay with it. Rumor has it that this particular client isn't the only one that he's been unable to keep on. Apparently, it's been found out that he actually made me do most of his work. In the end, he was fired, and I received a request from my previous company asking me to go back. Of course, I refused them in favor of staying at Rion's company.